Hi, I'm Derek Day. I'm CEO of Emerald City Games. I'm excited to tell you guys about a new game here called Project Bubblegum, our first for PC and console. Project Bubblegum is an all-new beat-em-up. It's been reimagined in 3D with tightly tuned controls and a mix of elements from different genres. You play as a group of mercenaries, and you're framed for a missing princess. You go through a space adventure to clear your name, and you hopefully survive long enough to save the galaxy too. I loved beat-em-ups growing up. We would play the Turtles games, Simpsons in the arcade with friends, and then later some of our best memories are playing through Castle Crashers with my kids. I always admired how the Behemoth took that genre and they added their own elements on top of it. We wanted to do something similar, start with a really strong base, honors the genre, and then try to add our own layers on top of that to make it feel fresh and new. So to pay homage to the genre, we decided early on we were going to lock the camera. And that actually presents a lot of challenges for us creating it in 3D. But we spent months sort of iterating on that and getting it to feel good. And it really came down to the characters feeling great for us, and that being a critical part for the foundation of this game. And a couple different ways that we're looking to add our own stamp to it is through platforming and puzzles. So we mentioned before how important locomotion is to us, and we're really looking at ways of taking that and then sort of elevating it into different ways that you can play through the game. There are different areas that are fun to do with other people and find different ways to advance and just break up the normal pace of the game. The co-op experience is very important to us. This has to be something you enjoy playing with other people. You can still play this game single player, but we want to make sure that we're prioritizing the multiplayer, and then we'll work our way back from there. We've got an amazing concept artist here named Yusuf Zamani. He has perfect art style for the type of game that we're making. Once Yusuf started creating concepts for this, we knew that this was going to be the art direction that we wanted to get behind as a studio, and it just flowed naturally for him to start creating character concepts and environments and really give the game the style that we would want it to have. Story is a very important element for us here as well, and we're lucky to have a creative director named Angus Saimi. He's ex-Fable alum, and he's really an important part of our studio and creating that backstory that we use for all our games. One of the things we wanted to do with this game was create a narrative arc that you could follow. So this was going to be a very curated game where you have a story, you have a group of characters, and you're following them over the course of the game and really making the player feel immersed in the world that we've created. This is our first original IP since Lionheart, and before that we made an original IP called Sacred Seasons. This is something our studio does really well. Our studio hasn't made an original IP for almost 8 years now, and a lot of the people were excited about creating a new one, so we got really invested in this new world of ours and creating some really fun characters for players to play. One of the unique parts of the studio is we actually look outside of Canada for our developers. We bring people here from all over the world. We have 25 countries represented internally here, and it really provides a very cultured work environment for everybody, and you can see that in the games that we make. We spent the last couple of years investing our own funds into the pre-production of this game, trying to improve the feel of the character and experimenting with different elements. We built a demo, but this was really just meant to prove out some of the basic fundamentals of the game. I'm a big believer in feel. The game has to feel good, and then you start layering more on top of that. So very basic things like the character movement, we iterated on that for months to make sure that it felt amazing. And this is what we took to Gamescom. So it wasn't necessarily a hit with the publishers, but what we noticed over and over again was that players really seemed to enjoy playing it. Whenever we put the controller in somebody's hands, they had a great time. We could see it on their face how much they enjoyed it. So we hope you like what you see. We're really excited to make it, and I thank you in advance for any support and pledges that go towards building this game together.